When I started collecting wine decades ago, one question mattered more than anything else. How do you choose wine that you will actually love, and that will still be great years later without spending a fortune? Over the years, I have bought a number of wines at relatively reasonable prices that I have enjoyed immensely, both when young and after years in the cellar. Today, I want to share 3 Left Bank Bordeaux that have aged beautifully and that are still happily open with friends and family. These are 3 Left Bank Bordeaux I've owned, aged, and happily opened many times over the years. Margaux, Château, Malescot-St-Exupéry. Dating back from the 17th century, this estate owes its name to 2 former owners, Simon Malescot, in 1697, a royal councillor to the Bordeaux Parliament, and Count Jean-Baptiste de Saint-Exupéry in 1827, the great-grandfather of Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, the author of The Little Prince. The property was in an appalling state of disrepair when Paul Zuger and his son Roger bought it in 1955. After a checkered record in the 70s and the 80s, Malescot has returned to remarkable form since the 1990s, producing exceptional wines in all the finest vintages. I bought this 2008 at $60 in 2011, and it's now at $80. Malescot is an atypical Margaux, quite different from many of its peers. It's smooth and composed, almost Burgundian in feel, yet it still has structure underneath. When I drink it, I often think of a quote from Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. If you differ from me, far from doing me harm, you enrich me. It's a luscious, deeply enjoyable wine, generous without being heavy, with quiet complexity and a lovely sense of balance. The fruit feels pure and fresh, and everything comes together in a way that's both comforting and engaging. Saint-Julien, Clos du Marquis. Clos du Marquis was first released in 1902 as the second wine of Léoville-Lascaz. The name refers to the Petit Clos, adjacent to Château de Léoville, residence of the Marquis de Lascaz. In the 80s, Clos du Marquis started to acquire an identity of its own, with grapes actually coming from a separate and distinct terroir. Its well-defined vineyards are located outside the Grand Clos of Lascaz and within the Petit Clos, surrounded on all sides by other classified growths. I bought this 2005 at $55 en primeur in 2006, and it's now at $100. This wine is beautifully balanced and full of flavor without ever feeling heavy. It has real depth and structure, and there's also a freshness that keeps it lively and easy to drink. It shows a bit of character and rustic charm alongside poise and control, which gives it real personality. Right now, it's in a great place to drink, but there's still plenty of energy left. It's a genuinely enjoyable wine that can comfortably stand alongside many Left Bank Grand Cru Cassé. Pauillac, Château Grand-Puy-Lacoste. In the same lineage of connected families during 200 years since its creation in the 1730s, Grand-Puy-Lacoste, also known as GPL, was sold in 1932 to Raymond Dupin, who had a monumental reputation for his hospitality, but sadly neglected his estate in the 60s and 70s. When Jean-Eugène Bory of Ducru-Beaucaillou acquired the estate in 1978, the vineyard was just half of its original size, and the chateau itself was in a poor state of disrepair. Under the aegis of François-Xavier Bory, Jean-Eugène's son, massive renovation and modernization works were quickly rolled out just in time to produce an outstanding wine in 1982. I bought this 2005 at $50 en primeur in 2006, and it's now at $155. More than just a great value among Bordeaux's classified growth, GPL is a wine that stands on its own. For decades, it has consistently delivered quality well beyond what its fifth growth status might suggest. This 2005 is one of the estate's finest wines since the legendary 1982. Now fully into its drinking window, it's rich and expressive, yet lifted by freshness and energy. Everything feels balanced and in place, making it a superb expression of Pauillac. All three are great wines from the Meadow, utterly enjoyable with friends and family, in casual, relaxing gathering. Their recent releases are still priced at reasonable levels in a range between $50 and $90. When I see them on the restaurant wine list, I'm always delighted to order either of them, depending on the occasion, the company, and of course the food. How would I choose between the three of them? If I am in a mood for something lush and juicy, a wine that's generous and really satisfying, I would go straight for Malescot-St-Exupéry. If I want the charm and balance that defines Saint-Julien, with the clear touch of the Leoville-Lascaux theme, but without the grand mass price, I would choose Clos du Marquis. If I'm looking for an elegant wine that balances power with complexity, I would pick Grand-Puy-Lacoste. In its own right, it's a beautiful wine, and in great vintages, it can rival some of the region's most celebrated cru. Let me know in the comments which of these three you would choose and why. Do hit subscribe to never miss my latest video. Follow me on Instagram for my tasting notes and cellar pics. A massive thanks for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.